Hey, thanks so much for listening. It is KJ with the KJ Today Show and the Kind of Nerdy Girls, and we've got the iconic William Shatner. This is the full interview. You heard some of the clips on the KJ Today Show, now unedited and fully yours. My conversation with Mr. William Shatner. Good afternoon, Mr. Shatner.
How are you? It's afternoon there, yeah.
It is.
It's still morning where I'm talking to you from. The gentle sun is coming up, and I can see a clear sky. I'm coming there this weekend. What's the weather going to be like?
You are? Well, gosh, that's a loaded question this time of year. It could be below 20 and it could be 60.
I know. Well, I understand that, but there's a thing called forecasting. The reason I ask is because I'm doing 4 cities, and I believe I end up in your city, and because they're like 200-300 miles apart, and we want to get there the next day, we're going to drive to each of those cities. And so about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, we get in our car, 2 guys and me, get in the car, and we'll drive to wherever we have to go. And in some places, it's 3 or 4 hours away.
Oh, do you enjoy seeing the country that way?
No, I don't enjoy that at all. That's all of the hard work in touring. It's not so at all. The show's great joy. It's getting to the venue. I saw a guy at dinner once from the Joe Walsh. I sat beside Joe Walsh at dinner some time ago, and I was saying, you tour too, don't you? And he said, oh, yeah. I said, God, I'm getting to one place. You do the performance and get on. You got to get on an airplane or a car, get to the next place. It is exhausting. I said to him, how do you handle it? And, of course, he had on tour. He goes, like for a month, one place, then he takes a private plane and goes. So he described to me the 17-truck tour that those guys go on, and I thought, okay, that's a different touring. That isn't the touring I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting in your car and getting to the next venue as quickly as possible.
Well, I have checked the forecast for you, and you should be fine. We're looking at 40s here in Indiana, and maybe even a little sunshine.
Not freezing yeah. I'm heartened.
Let's talk about the tour that you're doing, so everybody here listening can make sure that they have got their tickets. Clues Memorial Hall at Butler. It's a beautiful place.
And what date will I be there?
March 12th, which Mr. Shatner is my wedding anniversary, so my husband and I are spending it with you.
You have to remind me about that when you come and see me.
I will. We're huge fans of Star Trek, and
were you speechless thinking about your wedding? Were you speechless thinking about your wedding anniversary?
Yes. The fact that we've made it, we've been together 22 years.
How's it going?
At this point, we say, we adore each other, but we joke that we are staying together because we would never know how to separate the 7 cats. So we stay in it for the cats.
I love it. Exactly. So that's the kind of thing that we will be doing. Like if you were to ask me a question in the theater that night, we might talk about what it's like to be married like that and how you get along with somebody you've known for 23 years.
And so we're doing a showing of the Wrath of Khan, and then you're going to come out on stage. Jolene wanted to know, is there a special connection to Wrath of Khan for you? Because it is her favorite movie.
A lot of people's favorite movie. Mine is the one I directed, Star Trek V, but I don't have a great deal of sympathy for that. People don't sympathize with me with that. The Wrath of Khan was the beginning of the popularity of Star Trek the movies because we had made a large film with a great director by the name of Robert Wise, and it wasn't greatly successful. It was okay, but it didn't have the success Paramount had hoped for, so they were going to cancel decided to give the television department a chance and to make the film. So the television department made a feature film, The Wrath of Khan, and they made it for about a third of the cost of Star Trek the movie, and it was very successful. So that then continued all the other movies, and that, I believe, begat all the spate of Star Trek shows on the air today.
Wow. That's amazing. We just think of Star Trek from the fan perspective, not from the business perspective that there was ever a time where we might not get more.
Right. Well, we certainly are getting a lot, aren't we?
It's hard to keep up with now.
Well, it's worthwhile, apparently, and I don't watch it, but apparently it's really good entertainment and worth your time. All these iterations of Star Trek. But the Wrath of Khan, in my belief, started it all because it was so successful, much more instantly successful than Star Trek the movie. And so Paramount was heartened, and we started making all those films of Star Trek, and each of them, box office-wise, made about the same amount, around $100 million. They made, and there was that ceiling, which was never broken until J.J. Abrams made a big-time ride with lots of special effects, and he discovered the secret behind getting big box office growth start.
Well, before I let you go, I do want to ask you on behalf of Julie, who's listening right now. She said you can't talk to him today without asking him to give us an update on his horses, if he's still very involved with showing and riding.
I'm very involved. In fact, a new horse just arrived that I bought myself, and apparently a wonderful horse that I'm going to compete. I'll be competing with him and another horse. Coffee and Butter are my two reigning horses, and I'll be competing with them. And it may very well be that our first competition will be my own horse show called the Hollywood Charity Horse Show. It's a charity, and every penny we get that is donated to us, every penny, there's no expenses, nobody gets any money, but we channel those contributions to charities for kids and for veterans. And I've done it for 35 years, and I've raised millions of dollars for those causes, and it's been an enormous success in a small way. $500,000 a year, maybe, I've been able to contribute, but over 35 years, it amounts to a lot of money.
I think that's one of the beautiful things about you and so many of the Star Trek alum is that you really do a lot of charity work. I mean, this little Star Trek thing you got involved in so long ago has really made an impact on the world.
Well, I think it has. The best thing about Star Trek was the message it brought, which was humanity, and perhaps that's one of the reasons for its success.
Well, we look forward to watching The Wrath of Khan with you at Clues Memorial Hall on March 12th, my wedding anniversary. Thank you so much, Mr. Shatner, for being with us today. Thank you so much for listening. The KJ Today Show is live on Wednesday nights, and you can actually watch us in studio. Just go to youtube.com/KJ Today and keep up with us on social media. You'll find every single social media account we have at kjtodayshow.com.